Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jasodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vijubhat Paramahamsa Paribhaj Acharya Ashotara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace et Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vijubhat Paramahamsa Paribhaj Acharya Ashotara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. वृंदावन धाम की जय. मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय. जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. गंगामाई की जय. यमुनामाई की जय. श्रीमती तुलसी देवी की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय. श्री श्री गौनीताई की जय. श्री श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा बलदेव की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदी. All glory to the Samadhivatis. All glory to the Samadhivatis. All glory to the Samadhivatis. All glory to Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasavadari. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve. Gauravani Pacharine Nirvise Shasunavadi Paschatadatarine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Skanda, 24th chapter, Shloka number 4. Pavakaha Pavamanaha Cha Suchihi Iti Ajnaya Pura Vasishta Sapat Utpannaha Punaha Yogagatim Gataha Pavaka Pavamanascha Suchirityajya Pura Vasishta Sapadupannaha Puna Yogagatim Gataha Pavaka Pavamanascha Suchirityajya Pura Vasishta Sapadutpannaha Puna Yogagatim Gataha Pavaka Pavamanascha Suchiragnaya Pura Vasishta Sapadutpannaha Puna Yogagatim Gataha. Any Vaishnavis? Pavakaha, of the name Pavaka. Pavamanaha, of the name Pavamana. Cha, also. Suchihi, of the name Suchi. Iti, thus. Agnayaha, of the fire gods. Pura, formerly. Vasishtha, the great sage Vasishtha. Sapat, by being cursed. Utpannaha, now born as such. Punaha, again. Yoga Gatim, the destination of mystic yoga practice. Gataha. Translation. The three sons of Maharaj Antardhana were named Pavaka, Pavamana, and Suchi. Formerly, these three personalities were the demigods of fire, but due to the curse of the great sage Vasishtha, they became the sons of Maharaj Antardhana. As such, they were as powerful as the fire gods, and they attained the destination of mystic yoga power, being again situated as the demigods of fire. Please repeat. The three sons of Maharaj Antardhana were named Pavaka, Pavamana, and Suchi. Formerly, these three personalities were the demigods of fire, but due to the curse of the great sage Vasishtha, they became the sons of Maharaj Antardhana. As such, they were as powerful as the fire gods, and they attained the destination of mystic yoga power, being again situated as the demigods of fire. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 41st sloka to 43rd sloka, it is stated that one who falls down from yoga practice is elevated to the heavenly planets, and after enjoying the material facility there, he again comes down to the earthly planet and takes birth in a very rich family or a very pious Brahmana family. Thus it is to be understood that when demigods fall down, they come to earth as sons of very rich and pious families. In such families, the living entity gets an opportunity to execute Krishna consciousness and thereby gain promotion to his desired goal. The sons of Maharaj Antardhana had been the demigods in charge of fire, and they regained their former position and by mystic power returned to the heavenly planets. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Dhyananjana Salakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitamtam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Sri Lalita Sri Visakham Vitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesya Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Padamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan ki jai. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Sri Sri Jagannath Subhadra Baladev ki jai. This chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam, is entitled Chanting the Song Sung by Lord Shiva. So it will be seen afterwards that Lord Shiva will explain to the Prachetas a very important song to be repeated in order to achieve perfection in one's spiritual life. The song is Glorification of Lord Vishnu by Lord Shiva. That will be described later on. Meanwhile, the progeny of King Prithu has been explained in the earlier shloka. Vijitaswa, the eldest son of Maharaj Prithu. Why did he get the name of Vijitaswa? Aswa means horse. Vijita means conquered. So the name Vijitaswa refers to the conquest of the son of Maharaj Prithu over King Indra, as earlier described. Prithu Maharaj had a plan to perform 100 horse sacrifice, Aswamedha Yagya. And he had successfully completed 99. And when he performed the last one, 100 horse sacrifice, he called for another horse, and everything was getting ready to start the yagya. At that time, Indra became very much concerned with what's happening. If the 100 yagyas are performed by Maharaj Prithu, that means that my position, King Indra, is being challenged, because this is the qualification of becoming King Indra. He must perform 100 sacrifices. So in this way, Indra became very much concerned, and he disguised himself as a sannyasi. And then he became invisible. And being invisible, he took opportunity to steal the horse from the Yagyasala. In this way, the horse was taken away by Indra. That was described earlier. At that time, Atri, the Muni, Atri Muni was there, and he could see Indra, despite the fact that nobody could see Indra, but Atri Muni could see. And he told the son of Maharaj Prithu that this is the position, so you go after Indra and take back the horse. And the son of Prithu Maharaj did that. He took back the horse and placed it back in the Yagyasala. Again, Indra came, stealing the horse, becoming invisible. In this way, for the second time again, Prithu Maharaj's son took back the horse. Again, third time, Indra came and wanted to steal the horse, but at that time, the Maharaj Prithu and his son became very angry at Indra and had decided to kill him. But Atri Muni and then Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and all the other sages, they came to plead to Maharaj Prithu that you have already performed 99 yagyas, so there is no need of another one. Let Indra take away. Let it be only 99. That will be sufficient. And Lord Vishnu is also very pleased. Whatever you have done so far, there is no need to become angry at Lord Indra or try to kill him. So in this way, the son of Maharaj Prithu got the name of Vijitaswa. And Indra gave another name of Antardhana. He gave a blessing to the son of Maharaj Prithu that he could develop that faculty of becoming invisible, Antardhana, because he had been merciful enough to spare the life of Indra, considering that after all, Indra is a great devotee of the Lord, and if he's, by some mistake, he has done something wrong, let him be excused. That should be the proper attitude. As Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that apichet sudurachara bhajate ma manyannabhak sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hisaha. Even though a person may commit very abominable activity, apichet sudurachara bhajat, but if he is a devotee of the Lord, by mistake he may have done something wrong, he should be spared. He should not be considered as a papi, but he should still be considered as a sadhu. Sadhu reva samantavya, samyak vyavasito hisava, because he is rightly situated on the whole, and only by mistake he has done something wrong. So in this way, that was the consideration. Indra is a great devotee, but he has done something wrong, but he must be excused. In this way, Maharaj Prithu's son got the name, special blessing, being Antardhana. So Antardhana became the next king after the retirement of Maharaj Prithu, and he married two wives. From the first one, the name was Shikandini. He begot three sons. They have been described here in this sloka: Pavaka, Pavamana, and Suchi. These were not ordinary sons. They actually had come directly from heaven. They were earlier the demigods of fire, but because they had been cursed by Vasishtha Muni to take birth on Earth's planet, in this way they took birth as sons of Antardhana. So they were not interested in looking after the kingdom. They had their own sadhana, their own identity, and they pursued the path of yoga as they had done before. They were very elevated souls, but for some reason they had been cursed by Vasishtha Muni. There are many such incidents of great personalities in the heavens that have been cursed to take birth on the earthly planet for some reason. For instance, after the Lord Krishna met the inhabitants of Vrindavan and they had gone to attend the yajna of Yudhishthira Maharaj on the Kurukshetra, Samanta Panchaka. There they had met all their relatives and so on. So that was an opportunity. And then they all came back to their respective places, Vrindavan or Dwarka. Just after that, then Kunti Devi, the consort of Vasudeva, told Lord Krishna, I heard that you have brought back the son of your spiritual master, Sandipani Muni, who had passed away, and you brought him back alive, give it back as a Guru Dakshina, so to say, to Sandipani Muni. I heard of this, so now I have lost 6 children. Before you became my son, I had 6 children and all of them were killed by cancer, mercilessly. I'm very much sorry that I could not look after these 6 children, 6 sons. So I know you are so powerful. If you can bring back the son of Sandipani Muni, why not bring back also my 6 sons? So Lord Krishna heard this plea from Devaki, not Kunti, I was telling Kunti, Devaki. Devaki made this plea to Lord Krishna. In this way, Krishna became very much compassionate, and immediately along with Balaram, they went to the abode of Bali. Bali lives in Sutala, which is in hell. So they knew that the 6 sons were there. And they met Bali Maharaj there. Immediately, Bali Maharaj was very happy to meet Lord Krishna, Balaram, and he offered his respectful obeisances, offered beautiful prayers at the lotus feet of the Lord. And Lord Krishna then requested Bali Maharaj, I know that you have with you the 6 sons of Devaki. They came to you after being killed by cancer. Yes, they are there. So Krishna said, please allow them to come with me. We'll go in again and they can meet their mother Devaki. So immediately arrangement was made and these 6 sons of Devaki again came to Dwarka. So Devaki was so happy to see her lost sons again coming back, and she was in ecstasy. And immediately she felt motherly affection for the 6 sons, and they took milk from her. And because that milk was Mahaprasad, already drunk by Lord Krishna, it was Krishna Prasadam. So these 6 sons became completely transcendentally situated and then immediately went back to heaven, to their original place. Why they had been in this way, coming down? Because they were at the beginning sons of Marichi. At the beginning of creation, Marichi is the son of Lord Brahma, a great sage, Prajapati. And at one point, when these 6 sons, they were observing what is Lord Brahma doing. He is running after his own daughter. He gave birth to a daughter and somehow became attracted, lust. He developed lust for his own daughter, running after her. And these sons of Marichi, when they saw that, they were laughing. Oh, what is this? Lord Brahma, our grandfather, how he behaves like that. So Lord Brahma was very upset, and he cursed them to take birth as grandsons of Hiranyakashipu, and then as sons of Devaki, in this way, coming down to gradually to the hellish kingdom. So that is the situation in heaven. There is no guarantee that you can live a heavenly life without any disturbance. There are many other such cases of heavenly inhabitants being cursed or falling down from heaven. Indra himself was cursed by his own spiritual master, Brihaspati. At one time, there was an assembly of demigods. Indra was presiding over the assembly, and Brihaspati made his entrance in the assembly, Everybody offered obeisances to Brihaspati, the spiritual master of all the devatas. But Indra did not take notice. He did not see that Brihaspati had come, and he did not offer his obeisances. Brihaspati was very upset. What is this? He is not paying any respect to me. He cursed him that you become a pig in the Earth planet. In this way, Indra had to take birth as a pig. That was very dramatic. And then there was nobody as the head of the heavenly planets. For some time, Lord Brahma became concerned of the situation, and he came down. He asked the hog, Lord Indra had become a hog. Lord Brahma told, you are Indra. This is not your place. You go back to heaven and resume your position as Indra. What are you doing here in this drainage? And the hog was surprised. He could not understand. He said, sorry, I'm very busy here. My wife is there, children are there. I have to look after them. So please don't disturb me. So that is the position. Heavenly inhabitants, sometimes they have to come down. And Prabhupada quotes from the Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, 41, 42, 43. Prapya punya kritam lokan ushitva saswati samaha suchinam srimatam gehe yoga bhashto vijayate. The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocracy. In the purpose here, Prabhupada says that these unsuccessful yogis are of two kinds. One type is those who have practiced a little bit of yoga and they have become qualified to go to heaven. So they go to heaven for some time. And then punyakshini martyalokam visanti, when their punya is exhausted, again coming down, but they take birth in a rich aristocratic family or pious Brahmana family, and they can easily resume their yoga practice. Yoga practice means not only Raja Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, but that means also Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. Then Shloka 42, Lord Krishna says, Atava yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi dhulabataram loke janma yadidrisham. Or, if unsuccessful after a long practice of yoga, he takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Certainly, such a birth is very rare in this world. So that is the second opportunity for the yogis. Those who have practiced yoga for a long time, somehow they could not be 100% successful. So they'll go to heaven, to some higher planet, Janalok, Tapalok, Satyalok, and there they may also have to come down again. They are Brahma, Bhuvana Loka, Punaravartinorjuna, Lord Krishna says. Are Brahma Loka. From Brahma Loka, there is also possibility of coming down. So last time I think I was explaining that Madhvacharya had given a different meaning, Brahma. Brahma means up to Brahma Loka. That is below Brahma Loka. But if you consider Brahma Loka, including Brahma Loka, that also can be another explanation. And that is in this way, no place in this material world is safe. There is no guarantee you can stay in heaven for a considerable time. Either you Chine Punya, after you Punya is exhausted, then coming down. Or if you are not careful, then you may be insulting, committing offense against a Muni, and that Muni will curse you. You come down. That is also possible. So Srila Prabhupada mentions in this way that this taking birth in a family of Dhimatam. Dhimatam means of those who are endowed with great wisdom. Prabhupada says in the purport, this is very rare. In this material world, there are very few such family of Dhimata, transcendentalists, those who are engaged in devotional service. That is very rare. So those who are great yogis coming down from heaven, they take birth in such families. And then immediately they resume their yoga practice. And in this way, Srila Prabhupada explains that it is certainly very fortunate to take birth in such families. Fortunately, both our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad, Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, and our humble self had the opportunity to take birth in such devotional service, in such families, by the grace of the Lord. And both of us were trained in the devotional service of the Lord from the very beginning of our lives. Later on, we met by the order of the transcendental system. So that is very extraordinary, confidential information here that Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport of Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, who knows from where Prabhupada is coming? Who can understand the earlier birth of Srila Prabhupada unless he explains it himself? Nobody knew when we read this Bhagavad Gita. Nobody knew from where Prabhupada is coming to have an exalted birth. As Prabhupada gives his, in the Krishna book, his offering to his father, Gaur Mohan De, who from the very beginning trained me as a devotee of the Lord. By the grace of my father, I received the spiritual training in Krishna consciousness. The father of Srila Prabhupada gave him deities of Hare Krishna at a very early age, and even also when Prabhupada requested a Ratham to celebrate the Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, his father also arranged for a chariot for Srila Prabhupada. In every way, the father of Srila Prabhupada was a pure devotee. Every day, after looking after his clothes business, coming back home, then he would do puja to Lord Radha Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada at that time, maybe taking rest, he could hear the bell, ding, 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 cling, cling, cling. So from beginning, Prabhupada heard this bell. It is very important. Anything connected to the service of the Lord, if we can hear, if we can see that the young children coming here, 2 years, 3 years of age, from beginning they come to the temple, they'll get a lasting impression. They will not forget throughout their lives. They'll be induced, they'll be favorable to Krishna consciousness. They will take up the process of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just now we heard a bell, ringing bell. I remember that Srila Prabhupada was here and Tulsi Puja, he was attending Tulsi Puja, and the Pujari offering Arti to Tulasi Devi was ringing the bell, but he was not ringing very loudly. He was mildly ringing the bell. Immediately Prabhupada told him, "What is this? Who can hear? People are going on the road there. They should be able to hear the bell. They should understand that the puja is going, there's a temple here. Oh, there is a temple, puja is going on. Oh, let me come and see what's happening." In this way, ringing the bell should be heard from the main street. Similarly, at that time of opening, Srila Prabhupada entered from this side, Nampally Station Road, and he came in front of the temple. He looked up like this. Oh, we could not understand why Srila Prabhupada is looking up. Deities are in front, but Prabhupada is looking up. So we were wondering. Prabhupada asked Temple President Mahamsa, "Where is the bell? Why the bell is supposed to be there at the entrance of the temple hanging. And those who enter the temple, they should have opportunity to ring the bell. Like you go to any temple, there's a bell at the entrance. People ring the bell. Why do they ring the bell? People should hear, everybody should hear. Outside, in the street, in the temple, some puja, some deity is there, and we worship the deity by ringing the bell. Everybody should have this opportunity, and that is for the benefit of many, those who are around. Of course, book distribution is more important, but for a small distance, the bell is also very important. So immediately when Mahamsa heard this, Mahamsa Swami immediately sent somebody to, Anandamaya, and purchased a bell. I think 2 bells were purchased from Anandamaya and installed here in front of the temple to follow the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. So that is the impression that if somebody can have at a very young age, a yogi falling down from heaven will have this opportunity, and he will resume his yoga practice from the very beginning. Just like Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, who was the third son of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, a pure devotee of the Lord. From the very beginning, Bhaktivinoda Thakur trained his boys, especially Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur got a training in book printing from his father, and deity worship, and also yatra, going to all holy places. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was not going alone. He was always taking 3 or 4 sons, including Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, to all the holy places. So that is the a yogi. In this way we understand that the yoga practice never goes in vain. Even if we forget this body, we take another body, but the practice, the consciousness remains. And therefore Lord Krishna says, Kanteya pradijanihi name bhakta pranasyati. It does not refer to the body. Body may come and go, but in a different situation, different body, again, this yoga will be resumed. So here we see the example of the progeny of Antardana. They resumed their yoga practice, having coming down from heaven. In this way, they achieved perfection. They did not become kings or in the political field, but they were simply engaged in Krishna consciousness. So that is the perfection of life for these three sons of Maharaj Antardana. Any other questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, we see that those who are born in rich or aristocratic families, they have lot of money, their father is very, very rich. They tend to glide down and move into, they take up bad habits, very prone. So how can we understand they are born there and they will take up the bhakti process easily, or
Yeah, that is also true. That those born in a rich family, they may not become devotees of the Lord or practice yoga because they are enamored by their rich position and they are simply engaged in pursuing the profession of their father as a businessman, accumulating money, and in this way they forget the goal of life. That is true also. But there is, as Krishna says, the opportunity for those who are fallen yogis to take birth in such a family, and they will have opportunity. Their consciousness will be different. They will not be interested in sense enjoyment. They are already yogis, but they have fallen down. So they got opportunity to resume their yoga practice. If you take birth in a poor family, then that's maybe difficult because you have to, for eating and our facilities are not available. It's a hard struggle. So yoga practice may not be so easy for such persons. But if a yoga practitioner falls down in such a family, he will take opportunity. That is the position. So either in a family of pure devotee, transcendentalist, or in a rich or Brahmin family, that opportunity will be there because he's already situated in the yoga practice. He will resume it. Any other questions?
Prabhu, what is Raja Yogi? Raja Yogi. What is Raja Yogi?
Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is another name for Dhyan Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, Raja Yoga. Different names have been given. Patanjali's name given by Patanjali is Ashtanga Yoga. But other successors, they have given other names. Raja Yoga. That is Dhyan Yoga. Eightfold practice, starting by Yam, Niyam, etc.
As of I have read in Bhagavad Gita that there is three types of yogi: Jnana Yogi, Bhakti Yogi, and Jnana. One more is there. Three types of yogis are there. But I have listened.
Karma Yogi, Jnana Yogi, and this Ashtanga Yogi, and Bhakti Yogi. These are the four types explained in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. So Raja Yoga is same as Ashtanga Yoga.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. How do we actually practice the principle of forgiveness? Because in practical life it is very difficult. Even in this example, initially Prithu Maharaj's son was on the verge of killing Indra. Only when Lord Vishnu, Brahma and other great personalities came and persuaded him, then he forgave him. In practical life also, when we face such circumstances, it's very difficult to follow the principle of forgiveness.
As far as we are concerned, those who engage in Krishna consciousness, they should always remember that we have to always be humble like a blade of grass, tunadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. If we want to practice chanting of Hare Krishna constantly, we have to follow this principle of humbleness, as humble as a blade of grass, tolerant than the tree, more tolerant than the tree, and devoid of false ego, amanina, no false ego, and manadena, giving respect to everyone. So that means not becoming angry unnecessarily at anybody. One should tolerate whatever situation he may be put into, whatever, maybe somebody will insult, give bad name, but we should tolerate. We should not retaliate. As far as the devotees are concerned, they should be very concerned, remember this principle given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If at all we want to chant Hare Krishna, we should adopt this attitude of forgiveness. That is very important. Forgiveness is a quality of all those who are situated in spiritual life. Not only bhaktas, but all the other yogis, they also must show forgiveness. They should not be led by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. These are the enemies of the yogis. So yogi means, first of all, you develop these qualities. And that includes forgiveness, shama, not becoming angry at all against anyone, devoid of false ego. So if your question is how to become free from anger and forgiving everybody, so you have to keep yourself in good association, in the association of such devotees who are practicing the principles of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, you will not be tempted to retaliate or to become angry. You will follow naturally. You will follow the same behavior and the same qualities as those who are around you. So keeping good association is very essential, and practicing Krishna consciousness. In this way, you will be able to amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. In this way, we can chant Hare Krishna constantly. That is the secret of spiritual life. So, any other questions? Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.